Greetings from NYCHA's Resident Engagement Department. I hope you're all well during these difficult times. This month's leadership topic is on community organizing. I consider myself a lifelong student. I'm always looking for ways to grow and learn something new, even during a crisis like this. One of the things that I've learned is that flexibility and creativity is extremely important. And while many of us are not the biggest fan of technology, it's proving to be a lifeline in more ways than one. So as you think about ways to organize your community through your resident association, consider how you can up your game in the use of technology, using tools that keep you connected with your residents. Tools such as email, social media, telephone, and video conferencing can help you stay connected, working, and organizing. So give it a try, and if you need help, give us a call. I hope to see you soon in person, but until then, let's continue to support one another and stay connected.
Hello, my name is Alina Williams, and I'm a coordinator with New York City Housing Authority Resident Engagement Department. I'm joined with my colleague Kim Madre, and we would like to welcome you to Resident Association Cluster Meeting. This month's topic is community organizing. During this training, we will discuss the following agenda. Purpose of this month's cluster. What is community organizing? What are the key concepts for community organizing? Ways to make a change in your community. And conclude with 10 rules for community organizing. Also, to provide you with a few reminders and red updates concerning COVID-19. Now you will hear from my colleague, Kim Madre. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kimyata Madre, Community Coordinator with the New York City Housing Authority Resident Engagement Department. Welcome. Today we will be discussing community organizing and how it will benefit your board and residents. The purpose of this workshop is for the executive board members to understand the process of community organizing and how to get residents to come together to fix issues within their developments. Ask yourself, are you familiar with community organizing? In this workshop, I will be giving you an example of community organizing.
What is community organizing? Community organizing is the process of bringing people together to use their collective power to win improvements in people's lives and challenge the power of structure. A core of community organizing is to generate durable power for an organization representing the community, allowing it to influence key decision makers on a range of issues over time.
Thank you, Kim. What are the key concepts of community organizing? The first concept is self-interest. What affects you also affects the community. It affects your family, friends, and neighbors. Your self-interest helps to organize people because you share the same issues and concerns. For example, the resident that wants NYCHA to change its policy for pets over 25 pounds because she has a pit bull as a pet. Now, this person who wants to change NYCHA pet policy is not just speaking for herself, but for the interests of other pet lovers. The community organizing concept of self-interest is that it's easier to start a strong organizing group when you have individuals with the same self-interest. The second key concept of community organizing is community interest. It is a collective concern for priorities such as health, safety, and security, which is shared by a group of people. For example, a group of residents who are concerned that the locks on their front doors are broken, therefore allowing homeless people to use drugs and leave needles on their stairwells. And that is really a safety concern. When it comes to community interest, remember, it's an interest that impacts everyone. The third key concept to community organizing is self-interest and community interest together. Now, self-interest and community interest motivates people to come together and get power to make changes. For example, residents are voicing their concerns to their RA leaders about homeless people living in their buildings. RA leaders are working with their council person and local police department to help eliminate this problem. Now, as you know, once again, the homeless situation is not just a individual concern, it's a collective concern. Okay, it does not just affect one person, but all residents in the development are impacted by this problem. Therefore, residents do come together. They voice their concerns to their RA leader, who brings their concerns to their council person, who begin to make changes. Residents can advocate for additional funding to improve lighting around the development or for new entrance doors, as well as additional police patrols that will help keep them safe. Once again, by working together, having a self-interest, community interest, they are making changes. Remember, the success of the community organizing is coming together based on common interests that will improve the condition for everyone in your development by making positive changes. One person interest turns into a community movement that motivates people to work together to create change. There are several ways that residents can make changes. Ways to make change. Community organizing is a key part of an overall strategy to confront issues that are widely felt in a community, and that reflect the wishes of the people who are directly affected by community problems. I will briefly discuss 8 ways associations can make changes by organizing. Number 1, identify the problem. First, you must gain the understanding of the community by identifying the problem. What is important to the residents and what is important to the community. Also, try to identify the problem that seems to be a major concern. However, before taking on any issues as a leader, you should ask yourself the following 3 questions. 1, is a problem important enough to residents that they are willing to take action about it? Number 2, what is the problem? Is the problem specific? For example, violence may be a problem in your development. However, what kind of violence are people concerned about? Is it domestic violence? Is it gang violence? Number 3, can something be done to address this problem immediately? Remember, residents that want to do something about the problem will organize and work together by making their community safe. This gives residents something positive to strive for and helps with building and empowering their community. Number 2, providing services. Services based on the needs of the community. Supply basic services to people who need them, such as food, housing, healthcare, education, and employment. Number 3, self-help. Connect residents with resources that can help address or resolve issues that they are facing. Also, when it comes to self-help, residents should think outside the box and look for other resources to continue their work, such as partnering with other community organizations that share their same experiences and concerns. Number 4, education. Education is key. Letting people know about issues so that people affected by the issues can understand the problem and want to become more involved. Five, advocacy. A group or organization that cares about a problem. Please the cause on behalf of the group affected by the problem. Advocacy is what associations are all about. Association leaders are passionate about improving the conditions of their residents as well as their community. As leaders, They are a powerful voice of the community, advocating for affordable housing, senior services, healthcare, youth programs, resident job trainings, and employment. 6. Community organizing. Community organizing helps to bring about many voices to add collective power and strength to an issue. Remember, community organizing starts where the people are. Number 7, involving residents. Community organizing can be successful because there are power with numbers. The idea that what you cannot do alone can often be accomplished by working as a group and working together. Working together is what community organizing is about. Residents are more willing to accept change if they are part of the process. So, how do you get residents involved? You get residents involved by keeping them informed. This can be done by surveys, voting on a project at your general membership meeting, or just going door to door with a small script based on your concerns or issues. Also, by using social media, which leads me to number 8. Social media is an important tool to inform residents about projects. It lets residents know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and why they should get involved. Also, using peer-to-peer texting, phone calls, and emails are also effective tools to keep people informed. Remember, in short, community organizing is all about empowering people to improve their lives, the community, and its future, and that our residents are the heart of community organizing. Now, Kim will discuss the 10 rules for community organizing.
I'm going to give you 10 rules of community organizing. Number 1, nobody's going to come to the meeting unless they've got a reason to. Number 2, nobody's going to come to a meeting unless they know about it. Number 3, if an organization doesn't grow, it will die. Number 4, anyone can be a leader. Number 5, the most important victory is the group itself. Number 6, sometimes winning is losing. Number 7, sometimes winning is winning. Number 8, if you're not fighting for what you want, you don't want it enough. And number 9, celebrate. And finally, number 10, have fun. And thank you.
Hi, it's me again. Just want to remind you of 2 things. Smart data. Please upload your receipts to Smart Data. Secondly, quarterly reconciliations are due for the first quarter, which is January 1st, 2020 through March 31st. If you have not already done so, please review, sign, and email the reconciliations to your resident engagement coordinator in your zone. Thank you.